that it was referred to as the future of PlayStation. Now we know why there were the cutscenes that we saw, right? There was going to be seasonal story progression, narrative progression, and it's even in that Amazon show. And it's still going to be in that Amazon episode, right? It's interesting that someone green even in that Amazon show. And it's still going to be in that Amazon episode, right? It's interesting that someone green even in that Amazon show. And it's still going to be in that Amazon episode, right? It's interesting that someone green even in that Amazon show. And it's still going to be in that Amazon episode, right? It's interesting that someone green
Trenton! Trenton! I got a really cheap microphone, but it works. I really like this hunter. Hunter. You know what? I don't know what it is, but Bobby Yar. Oh shit, it's not you. There's somebody else. It's nighttime. I don't really care for these dells at all. Hold on. Don't eat the rug. Don't eat the rug. No rug. Don't eat rug. Okay. Don't eat rug. No. Gosh, dog. No. It's like a lot more though, like years ago. Like, a long time ago, yeah. You know, I would have liked this shit a long time ago. Too little, too late now. I'm in this random group. This is like as much interaction as I want to get. I tried raiding and it's just the worst people. Worst people, man. Like, I don't want to do complicated shit. 'Cause it just gets annoying. All this shit's all like. Oops. Oh, oops, sorry. Sorry, guys. Whoops. They're mad at me. Pulling everything. Who cares? We'll kill it all, dude. Flying machines somehow I will never get. Yeah. I went out tonight and it was a big waste of time. Like going out, it's just fucking, it's dumb. It's dumb for me, dude. I wish it wasn't so fucking dumb. It's fucking stupid. But I appreciate you guys coming in, dropping in. Just fucking leveling this hunter. This was my main in the last expansion. Main. My last main character was this hunter. You guys, thanks for coming in and watching for a second and leaving. It's okay. I understand. I don't like putting my face on here. Okay. I understand. I'm just fuck. Shit. I'm struggling, fellas. Huntard. I play Huntard. Yeah, I do play as a Huntard. A lot of people get mad because, oh, Hunters are easy. This is an old channel, guys. I've had this channel forever. If I would have did what fucking Penguin Zero and those other guys did like 10 years ago, I'd probably take off, but I don't know what I'm doing. Whatever that guy's fucking name is. Got politics involved in their stream, you know. It's not politics, it's just fucking fake shit that streamers have to do to make money. It's like, I just want to do like a faceless YouTube channel. I don't want people to see my face, you know. I'm weird about it. You can see my face on the channel. I have really old videos. I just don't want to like to learn how to like do programming and web development and internet marketing and all that shit without showing my face. This is the internet. These fucking millionaires making all this money without showing their face. Like, I don't. Marketing is sales. It's the same thing. They don't tell you that shit. What do I know? I don't know shit. I'm done. What do I know? What do I know? I'm just sick of my job. You know, if you guys want to give me a donation for playing this, that'd be great. I gotta figure out how to stream my console on here though. Not sure how to do it. You know, like, if someone would show me the secrets on how to stream and make money doing it. What are the secrets? You know? What are they? What's the secrets to success? I know hard work is one of them. I don't want this to feel like a job. Hard work, guys. Fuck. Easy. I'll run another dungeon. I'll run one more. You guys all left? Everyone left? It's fine by me. I don't give a shit. I gotta get up. What's wrong with this stupid delve? I don't really like him. I'm gonna do tier 1 because I just want to get through it. I don't really like him. I mean, they're okay, I guess, but I want to hear about what this guy's talking about. Concord. Okay.
Lit this.
I think it's
Guys, this is a 9-minute long clip. This
I
is
think it's the
from
funniest shit.
Colin.
I think this is the funniest shit that they made a game, and they didn't even market it or nothing. I had no idea this game even came out. I don't know anything about it.
So right in from the top, I spoke extensively with someone who worked on Concord. It's so much worse than you think. He was internally referred to as the future of PlayStation, with Star Wars-like potential and a dev culture of toxic positivity halted
Toxic
any negative
positivity.
feedback.
What does that mean?
Making it, this is the big one,
Like,
cost
saying something
400
is
million.
good when it's
Now this is
actually
way
bad?
beyond what we originally thought, because originally we thought this thing was 200 million to make, which is still a staggering amount, but double that. And the fact that it says that it was referred to as the future of PlayStation, now we know why there were the cutscenes that we saw, right? There was going to be seasonal story progression, narrative progression, and it's even in that Amazon show. And it's still going to be in that Amazon episode, right? It's
just
interesting
so funny
that
to me.
someone greenlit this and or at least Sony was feeding into this as well. I don't know every detail, but we're going to listen to this right now, okay?
I want to talk about Concord. I wasn't going to ever talk about this game again because who really gives a shit? However, and I don't do journalism really anymore, as you guys know, and we talk about this a lot. I was a journalist at one time, and I used to break a lot of stories, and
Journalism?
these days I don't really grind like that. So the stories that I break these days are usually people, always, not usually, always people coming to me.
That's fair. I would say just about every I get stuff too from time to time when people get let go. That's normally when people open up about things, especially if it's a studio that falls apart, and they share a lot of information in those moments.
And someone who worked on Concord reached out to me, and I verified who this person was and went through all of that and talked to this person extensively, for a long time, and got some, I think, interesting information that I can share about Concord. And I think people will be interested about it. The reason that I wanted to talk about it is because some of the assumptions that I had made about the game were dead wrong, as far as how much it cost and how much Sony really lost on it. So the big thing that you really need to know here about this is that Concord cost about $400 million to make.
Dude, I can't believe it.
Oh my god.
And
it's laughable.
The story
Nobody
goes
wanted to
that
play the game.
Concord, by the time
Nobody
Concord
wanted to play
was,
it.
so in the first quarter of 2023, Concord had basically entered an alpha state. This was before Sony had even purchased the team, but Sony had been working with Probably Monsters, and which was the original owner of Firewalk and Firewalk, probably since late 2020, maybe 2020.
Again, Probably Monsters, a number of the PvP developers that were at Bungie, at Destiny, that made Destiny 2's PvP, specifically the double primary system, had left there to go work at Probably Monsters, amongst other developers as well, right? They broke off to do their own thing.
They wanted the latest on Concord. The game was in development before that. Up to the point that the game went into alpha state, they had already spent about $200 million on it.
Because this is interesting
and
to me.
It's unclear how much of that money is from Probably Monsters and the original investors into the game, and how much of that money was from Sony. There's this term in product development, not only with games, but really with everything. You can like manufacture a tchotchke. You guys might have heard of it. It's called minimum viability, or a minimum viable product. Mm-hmm. The idea behind this, or MVP, the idea behind this is that this is like what you're trying to achieve, and it's like once you cross this barrier, you feel comfortable selling it. It's not that it's the best it can be, or that it's what it's going to be by the time you launch it, because there's all sorts of extra stuff you do to it, but like, this is the minimum viability of the product.
Right.
When the game had already had $200 million spent on it and was basically in an alpha form in quarter one of 2023, from that point until the game launched, Sony spent another $200 million on it.
On what?
The scuttlebutt behind the scenes about Concord is that the game was in a laughable shape when it was shown, and ready, basically like when the alpha was ready to go, and they were kind of being like, we're ready to.
Dude, is there like money laundering happening right now via game development? How in the are things ballooning to this level?
To kind of get moving towards getting this thing out in the next year or two. It was in such horrible shape that Sony felt like they needed to spend that much money again. So, 200 plus 200 to get the game to the MVP status, not to the status of it being like a great game, to get it to just viability.
God, don't get
that. At that time in quarter one 2023, there was nothing done. Like, a major expense was having to urgently outsource much of the game to other studios to finish building the game out. And that two fundamental things were not worked on at all up to the point in which the game was shown in alpha. Onboarding, nothing about that. No, like there was nothing about how players get on, like how they make their character, all that kind of stuff, or, choose their character and get there. And monetization. Two very expensive, very specific and boutique things that happen to games like this. And so that's the first thing that I wanted to say is.
Okay, so my question is, if it wasn't even at its viable product stage yet, why would Sony invest in it? Why would Sony okay this and go, yeah, this is good enough to throw another 200 million at it and push it out the door? Elden Ring was 150 to 200 million in development. Look, that makes sense. Look at Elden Ring. I mean, we're talking two very different games. We're talking Elden Ring, which could entertain you for hundreds, if not thousands of hours, with deep RPG, lore mechanics, and George R.R. Martin's name on it, which obviously has a hefty price tag. And Elden Ring was Game of the Year. That makes sense. You're saying Concord costs double that.
It's not only about the ongoing cost, which would be in the millions to keep the game going per month, but that the game cost about $400 million to make, soup to nuts. Sony put most of that money in, and it is not only so, because we had kind of said like this must be Sony's biggest loss ever on a game, and it is. It's the biggest game Sony's ever released from a budgetary standpoint from the first party or second party. So let that sink in.
It's crazy.
And it's totally unintuitive.
There's no way. From a budgetary standpoint, there's no way. This is Sony's biggest. So you're telling me on a number to number, this is the biggest game Sony's ever launched from a cost standpoint, but subsequently its biggest failure? What was the most recent Spider-Man game? Spider-Man 2 cost $300 million to make. Oh my God. How much did it cost to make God of War? $200 million. No shit. How do you go from God of War, $200 million, Spider-Man, $300 million, so and then at the top you got Concord at $400 million? How does this happen?
There are games that are in development right now at Sony first and second party that are more expensive than this. But as of the games that have come out so far, so think about like Spider-Man 2 and so on and so forth. We know The Last of Us Part 2 cost $220 million. Spider-Man 3 is going to cost about $350 million. This game costs more than that. And they lost all of it because they made no money. They made about $1 million gross revenue, and then they gave it all back. So this is a huge, multiple hundreds of millions of dollar loss. Now the question is, why? Why did this happen? This game was heavily championed behind the scenes. Now we know this because Sony ended up, what's funny is that the game is presented in Q1 2023 as this, you know, we're kind of getting towards the end. The game is nowhere near being done. It's in a horrible position. And then Sony buys the team. The idea behind this was, and the term apparently verbatim had been used, that Concord is the future of PlayStation. That they had such major ambition for this game that it was referred to internally as a Star Wars-like project for Sony. Silly. That it can be repeatedly revisited over and over and over again, not only in cross-media, but in what we were seeing. We've already kind of seen little bits of it. So the weekly story vignettes that they were going to release, and then of course the inclusion in Amazon's Secret Levels anthology, that's like just scratching the surface of it.
Who said that? Who looked at Concord and was like, yes, this is going to have the same impact as Star Wars? Look, Star Wars dips into a lot of things. And look, I don't necessarily like Star Wars games. I definitely don't like Outlaws. But what Star Wars has is this nostalgia root of all of us grew up watching Star Wars. And so you had movies to different series, now multiple series to different games that we've played over the years. So it had a base to build off of. It's got a fan base. Nobody knew Concord unless somebody tell me differently. Was Concord based on like a book or a manga or something like? Is there something I don't know about Concord? As far as I know, this was its first reveal. Its universe was this was its first time in front of all of us. Like to make a claim like this is the future of PlayStation. What I would think is like, okay, maybe if there was like this crazy single player experience that was delivered in the Concord universe that had like the impact of like the Halo series, and then they branched off to do these other projects, that being the most or Concord that we recently got to play, it being a hero shooter. That would make more sense. But I don't know how you can back into this with the hero shooter and say this is the future of PlayStation.
Ironically, the game was codenamed Chaos behind the scenes. And a major thing about the game is that there was, and I think we can kind of get this vibe from just the nature of the people making it and kind of the way the game reads and all that, a toxic positivity vibe. You weren't allowed to say anything, apparently internally about this game. About how like something's wrong with it, character designs are not right, and so on and so forth. They really truly believe this was Herman Hulst's baby, apparently. And he internally was himself a massive champion of the game.
Well, why would they do that?
You know what this sounds like? This is identical to BioWare and Anthem.
Imagine if you
y'all remember that? Now, I don't know if I would call it positivity, but the thing about Anthem was like feedback was not being directly received because they refused to acknowledge the competition when they were making Anthem. Remember the whole article Jason Schreier broke after, you know, BioWare and Anthem pretty much was a flop, or Anthem was a flop, and subsequently they ended up, you know, shutting everything down. The thing about Anthem, its biggest problem was there was no identity that was set in stone. There was no goalpost for what they were trying to do with the game. So everyone was effectively like deving, but they didn't know what they were trying to dev. And then when they would bring up okay, this is supposed to be a looter. Let's outline what's the competition out there. What's other looters like Warframe and Destiny. This is our division. These are our competition. How do we do what they do but better? Instead of that being brought to the table, it was immediately shot down. You weren't even allowed to mention things like Destiny 2.
It's not that. So the reason I'm telling you all of this, it's some interesting information, of course, but it's that I had said when people were like, Concord lost $200 million. Now people were pulling that money out because that's basically how much like some of the first party games like Ghost of Tsushima, The Last of Us Part 2, etc. kind of cost in that frame. And I was like, there's no way that it costs that much. I was saying like it cost 9 figures probably, like low $100 million, but there's no way it cost $200 million. No, it cost $400 million. So, and I am totally solid on this source, by the way. So that's why I'm willing to share it with you. Because again, I'm not really a journalist. So yeah, the big things to take away, $400 million loss. The game was in horrible shape as of 18 months ago before release. Not even monetization, no onboarding, most content not even there. The game was in such bad shape at that point that they spent the budget of it again in urgent outsourcing to get the game finished from all of these different angles over an 18-month period. Internally, the game was considered part of the future of PlayStation with heavy cross-media references and a system of toxic positivity surrounding it that didn't allow anyone to meaningfully change the course of the game. Because if the people at the top truly believe in something, you're not going to be able to do much about that, I don't think, from the trenches. So I thought people would be interested in that, and just wanted to throw that out there that, yeah, Star Wars really apparently, or I'm sorry, Star Wars, Sony really saw this as a Star Wars-like project for them, like the potential to, and now it makes sense. Yeah. Not only why they spent so much money on it, but why they bought the team. So there are people there, and to me, it's unclear who exactly the people are. I know some of the names. I don't want to get too deep into that because a lot of the things I learned were off the record, but obviously this is on background. And it's like, yeah, now it makes a little more sense. You spent, and by the way, the $400 million not included in how much it cost to buy the team.
Let's do this fucking delve.
So
what is the purpose of buying the team if you had to end up outsourcing everything to get the game to a viable state to ship it?
Sony.
Dude, this is insanity to me, man. I feel like a toddler could look at this and say that's a terrible idea. All right, so from American Truck Songs right here, I can corroborate the part about the toxic positivity. Some sources I've spoken with blamed the head in the sand mentality carried over from the studio's Bungie's roots. I sense the game would come together because the team was too good to fail. I'll have more next week. Yeah, that sounds very BioWare to me, yo. That too good to fail mentality seems to be a big problem. Dude, it's always whenever it's followed up with like magic. They're like, when people are like, well, we, got that magic, got that studio magic, and then it's like humble pie is right around the corner, By the way, this is by no means gonna be a situation that's gonna sink Sony. At the end of the day, like I don't know how this is turning into like a console war thing in here. PlayStation, Sony won a long time ago. Okay, we've already established Xbox. You guys, if you had not had Microsoft and the infinite money glitch, things would be way worse. If not, you guys would have been completely out a long time ago. Okay, no offense. Look, I'm a PC guy. This is not gonna sink PlayStation either. What this is going to do, though, is now shift things for Sony. I would assume. I would think so. Instead of them doing this campaign to have all these live service games, I think now is the moment where Sony's going to have to look at things, if they're smart, and say, maybe we need to do what we're good at. Maybe we need to invest in what we know. And when you start having games that are $400 million, when it costs more than Spider-Man, God of War, and all it did was make $1 million, all it did was make $1 million.
It's embarrassing.
That colossal loss, you then need to we got to assess it from that point of view. Concord was testing the live service waters for what not to do with other live service titles. I don't think anyone's going to go in there and be like, let's take a $400 million loss for a learning lesson.
I think in all honesty,
let's just call it how it is, man. This was a terrible play, and it seemed like it started from the top. It seemed like there were leaders that egotistically believed in this product, and if you got a bunch of people around you telling you that, hey, this is not good, you may want to hear them out. You may want to listen to them. At the end of the day, for $400 million, you should not be getting a bare bone experience. For $400 million, you should be getting everything, all the bells and whistles, man. And You know, my question is,
other
I
shit?
saw, who was it that recently got let go? Is it the game director or the game director that had to step down from Concord? I'm curious to know, like, even if the studio's even going to be around, what's the direction for that?
Slap that like button like your mama told you right.
There's another video I wanted to watch. Men playing video games.
What you
is
could
making
be
modern
doing
women
with
mad.
that time.
There it is, and that's it. I knew it.
It's
I knew
what
it.
you could-
You women want to task us
No,
so
no, no, no,
bad
no, no, no.
that you're so pissed.
Gonna pick me or the PS5. Look at what I can give you. Why are you laughing?
Turning off my husband's PS5 while he's gaming.
No, dude, he's
That would
see,
piss
look at
me
him.
off
It's
so
the same
bad.
guy that was capping it up.
I would fucking leave you, dude.
No,
Fucking dumb. Thanks, man.
Here's the question, guys. Why are you with women who do this?
Yeah, dude.
It
Why?
seems like when you're in a relationship or you're married, women take joy in making you miserable. I see a lot of this stuff. Breaking your PS5s, cutting up your
Fuck
shoestrings,
that, dude.
bleaching your clothes, all type of silly stuff. And here's the thing, they know you enjoy gaming. It's just that they don't like when you take the attention off of them. When you're having a good time as a man and you're at peace,
Why not
women
fun?
always want to cause some sort of friction or chaos to mess things up. Look at him. He got his hand over his face because he's like, man, I really love my game. And these women like, click, I'm going to make you miserable.
Why? Why?
Because this is all you do.
It's not. It's all I have.
Acting like I broke
all
my
I have.
boyfriend's PS5. This was his
Oh,
reaction.
you should have thought
This
twice.
is what it looked like.
Okay, time to make some noise.
Dude,
Oh
worse for
my
me.
gosh!
You okay?
Sorry,
What happened?
I accidentally dropped your PS5.
Oh,
And I broke the TV.
So I get triggered when my partner plays video games, and here's why. Reason number one, I think this triggers me, is because 2 of my past relationships
healer
have
not
been with
fucking healing me,
boyfriends
dude.
that spent a majority
Level
of their free
70,
time
no idea.
playing video games. One of them, for example, I would be over hanging out with him and he would just be playing video games for hours, and I would be sitting there so bored just watching him play for seriously like 4 to 5 hours, maybe more.
Shit.
Then why don't you stop complaining and get you a remote control? Why don't you start gaming? Take interest in his hobbies. A relationship is
There
not
you
just
go, man.
one-sided. These women want you to give them all your attention
Yeah.
and take interest in what they
Yep.
like.
Get
But
that
as soon
shit
as you
outta
say,
here.
I like to fish, I like the game, I like to, go for hiking, they're like, oh, do I have to do that? I have to. But they want you to watch their silly reality shows with them. Sad, man. They want you to watch
true.
The Bachelor and The Bachelorette.
That
But
is
but
true.
when you just want a game, it's something that you enjoy doing, all of a sudden it's the issue.
Well, I do know some men where it's just like you are paying attention on that game, talking to them people, arguing with them people, and you could be in my face. It is some men that needs to give their woman more attention.
Exactly. They want your attention. And when you place it somewhere else, they can't handle it. A lot of these women, they don't even have hobbies themselves. Their hobbies is to mess with you and bother you and pick at you. This is why women want to be in relationships so bad.
Pikachu.
Because we're creative. We plan things. We do things. We
I
pay
don't
for
know
dates.
about
If these women didn't have men, they would just sit around with their cats and do makeup all day and thirst trap. That's all they would do.
But it's just like the game it just irritates me.
But men are stressed out. They come
I
home,
hate
they
the
want to play the game. It's freedom.
But why, as a grown man, do you want to come home and play with a controller? I got something.
You don't play video. You don't. You know what? I'm mad now. I'm upset. A man, this is like his only time of like having complete freedom and something to escape reality for 20 minutes, and you're trying to take it away
You're not doing
from
all
him.
that with that video game.
Yeah, you are. You get to enter
Escape reality.
Yeah.
They got niggas making.
You know what escape reality is? Look at her. Just look at her face. Imagine you coming home to this individual,
Nightmare. It's not
a
worth it,
cackling,
man.
bitter girlfriend.
Not worth it.
You work 10, 12 hours. You just want to
not worth
game
it.
for an hour or 2 or 3. However many hours you want to game. And they just look at you. You playing that game again? You on that game again? Yes, to escape reality.
I can't do it,
To
man.
escape you.
on the games, little avatars. Like, nigga, what you want to look like?
Ladies, do me a favor. Let your man play video games. Because a lot of y'all be hating for no reason, and y'all taking it way too serious than you actually need to. Let me put it in perspective for you, right? You love makeup. As a little girl, you grew up playing with the Barbie dream houses and the Corvettes and all of that. So you kind of grow up and you do the same thing. You decorate your house. You do the Barbie decoration. You like to wear makeup, jewelry, paint your nails. There's a lot of different trinkets that you can play with, right? It keeps you in that young mindset. It lets you tap into the child that's inside of you that never went anywhere. And you don't let your man tap into his own child as if we're not supposed to have one and you are. If you want your man to show his happiness and some of that childlike quality and energy inside of him, let him play his game.
I let him play his game.
Let him be a kid.
What's one thing that just makes you extremely upset and you can't explain why?
Honestly, this is probably gonna sound really bad, but it's when my boyfriend hangs out with his friends. I think one reason is definitely because I'm jealous of him, because he's had the same amazing group of friends since he was 5 years old.
And women can't do that. They are always getting the cat fights, and women don't understand what friendship is. Friendship is a feeling to them. They go out shopping with their girlfriends. For men, it's totally different. It's a bond. It's a brotherhood. We've probably been through a lot of different things, right? We probably grew up together, playing on the sandlot, playing football, pee-wee football, playing travel basketball, playing on the high school teams. We keep those friendships, right? Women break off friendships like that. Something they don't like, or somebody says something, they gone. Men aren't like that. And that's why women are jealous of men, because our friendships are actually genuine and they're real. Women's friendships are typically fake, and it's based off of makeup and illusions and delusion.
That's right.
And I've never had a consistent group of friends ever. And I know that it's normal for friends to change as you grow up. But his friends have always been the same, and I kind of wish that I had that, because even all through high school, I was one of those people who was in every single group and activity. So I was friends with everybody, but I never hung out with anybody.
I am an adult. Video games are for children.
Wow.
And so me in dating, I would rather you have a hobby that's not video games. Something that enlightens you.
You don't think video games do that at all?
I mean, I ain't gonna hold you. My favorite video game
right
growing
now,
up, it was Frogger. So I'm just helping a frog cross the
That
street.
track.
Hold on,
Oh my God. God. All arguments invalid. Frogger? Of all the amazing games out.
I got another
Frogger.
one. I got another one. Grand Theft Auto.
GTA's one of your all-time favorites?
Grand Theft Auto. Before you decided to keep this going as a grown man.
Right. Which I have made.
See how they try to shame you?
Yeah.
As
dude,
a
fuck
grown
that,
man.
Shaming me.
Oh, man. It's always, oh, you're not a real man. You're not a grown man. Dude,
I'd
what are
rather
you
be
doing
alone.
gaming?
I'd rather not talk to anybody.
Because that
if I
takes
have
stress away from
if I have to
dealing
be
with
around
y'all.
people like that, dude.
We got to battle in life. We got to go out there and
I
compete
don't want to
and
be around
grind.
anybody.
Can we
that
just
people
come
are like
home
that, dude?
and be at peace and game? These women want you to go out, work, pay bills, and then
Why?
get off
It's
work
miserable.
and deal with their nagging and
I can't
complaining
stand
attitudes.
working. I'm
and deal with their
fucking
mood swings
miserable
and
at work.
emotions.
Very, very lucrative for myself.
And by the way, were you always a gamer?
I grew up playing games like Final Fantasy VII, you don't know it. Kingdom Hearts 2, you don't know it. Mega
I
Man
played all
X,
that
which
shit.
I'm going to get
Who
him
is
iced out here,
guys
you
my
don't know
age?
it.
Mortal Kombat.
Still.
I like that.
Name one Mortal Kombat character.
Anybody else
He's my age.
just
I
absolutely
grew up
hates
playing that
video
shit
games?
too, man.
And when their boyfriend plays video games? Because I feel like I'm a bad girlfriend, but I just cannot stand it and I don't know what to do. Like, I tried multiple strategies of discouraging that habit, and I'm really trying to be more accepting and think about why does it trigger me so much and how can I reflect on this shit. But the truth is that it doesn't trigger me because he doesn't have time for me or because he doesn't put attention on me. I don't think so. I think what triggers me is the priorities. Like, why is...
You know what really triggers her, guys? It's the fact that you're having fun on a video game. You're having more fun playing with your buddies. You're having more fun putting your
That's
headset on it and doing that. And it's more fun doing that than being around her. That's the truth of the matter is, women are boring. Let's be real. They're not funny. They're not really creative. They wait on you to make plans, to go to dinners and dates and trips. Like, women aren't really that fun to be around. Let's be real. This is why they want to be with us so bad.
Man.
Playing with your friend, their priority, you know? It's not even like, oh, you need to spend time with me.
I don't even have none of that shit no more,
My
dude.
boyfriend and I have been dating for almost 4 years now and living together for almost 2. We really love each other, and I think both hope to move on to marriage and kids someday. But the problem is he plays video games every day. If it was up to him, he would be gaming nonstop morning to night. This is a huge red flag and a turnoff for me and has caused most of our major fights. I'm worried that it seems like he doesn't have any other interest or desires to live life outside of gaming and watching sports. I find it hard to imagine my life with children married to a man that just wants to stay inside every day and game. We've talked about this issue and he promises that he will change, but even when we go out to dinner or on a quick walk, it seems like he's just rushing to get through it to get back to gaming. This is such a turnoff and a problem for me.
Who's this girl?
What a day.
Was it a long day?
I'm so tired.
Well, I'm excited to see you. I was thinking maybe we could watch a Netflix movie tonight if you're up for it. What do you think?
Let's see what's this
Most
guy
likely that Netflix show is going to be a rom-com, romantic comedy. Right? It's going to be something she always wanted to watch. You got to sit there and just... women don't like gaming because gaming is fun and they're boring.
Good job, my brother. We rocking with you.
When the PS5 gets more attention than you decide to fix the problem. Flip the breaker.
This is sad. This is what they do. They turn your computer off, your PC. They unplug everything.
That would suck really bad.
Well, we're getting a lot of noise and we haven't attracted any attention yet. You know what I mean? Oh.
What's another good video to watch?
But the whole gaming thing.
What's the problem? Jacqueline has this big problem too, because
it's just lazy. It feels like unless you're getting paid, and there's a line, right? Like it's cool if you want to do it every so often, but to me, I'm like, go educate, like go do something productive.
But what is the problem? Like, you know, Jacqueline has a big problem with it too. Whenever she hears the PlayStation start up, like I gotta hear the huffing and puffing.
Yeah.
But if I were to just have TV on,
PlayStation,
you'd be on TikTok as it is, not paying attention.
It's not that,
so why does it bother you?
Because it's not the distraction of me being on TikTok and us watching TV. It's what you could be doing with that time.
There it is, and that's it. I knew it. I knew it. You women want to task us so bad that you're so pissed that we're taking time from doing something. Wait a minute, you're enjoying things? You have time to do this video game?
Here's the thing.
Here's all the things you could be doing.
Here's the thing. You're enjoying it,
She's kind of
but
right,
you could also be planning something nice for us. You know, like...
I don't have to worry about you. I'm fucking myself up. Well, that was a cool video. Let's hear this one.
Especially within the States, but just in general, the research actually has depicted that women in their 40s is the most unhappiest age group out there.
Normalize fucking hating your husband.
Woman in their 40s.
Like, for real. It's okay to go through about a minute, half a day, couple hours, fuck, a full day, even a week of just like, I can't fucking stand you right now.
Hi.
Huh?
I was just saying hi.
Oh, hi.
How are you?
Honestly, I'm just trying to go.
Yeah, dude. Don't talk to chicks. After watching these.
Note to ladies: when the guy doesn't help
dude.
you carry your bags and stands there and watches you, listen. No.
I'm not ashamed of my 3 kids, and if I wouldn't have the 3 baby daddies, I wouldn't have my 3 amazing kids. But for me, you have to accept me as a whole with a 4 unit.
Oh, hell no!
So it's either, are you even equipped to hold down this 4 fort?
Okay, so fun fact,
This is terrible.
the top 1% of men on Hinge get liked by 16% of all of the women on the platform.
Did as a family that we are not celebrating Father's Day this year.
What? Oh, you're not? I bet we celebrated Mother's Day, though.
It's my wife's first Mother's Day.
Oh, no, we did.
Rice was one of her favorite things.
So, why aren't we celebrating Father's Day?
A 29-year-old woman is going viral on the internet because she doesn't know why she's single.
I genuinely just want love in my life so badly. All of my friends have their fiancés and their boyfriends and their husbands. As far as I'm concerned, I've been left behind. And I really just want to find that person that matches my energy and wants to build a life with me.
Would you date a girl who's on OnlyFans?
No.
Rejected.
But I respect the hustle, though. But couldn't be for... Nah, that's not me, but I respect the hustle.
Heartfelt story of how in 11th grade I became a school slut. I just moved across country and started a new school. I had exactly one friend. We'll call her Shady, because she was a shady fucking bitch. She started dating a senior boy and didn't want to hang out with me, which is fine. She got all these new cool friends, and they didn't like me because I was new and a girl, and I guess that's enough reason. Well, Shady started telling everybody that I fucked a bunch of people, and I was like, what the heck? How? I literally sit at home and watch Harry Potter. I have no friends. Nonetheless, they taught me in the hallways and be like, you slut. Or they called me to the classroom and be like, we're gonna beat your ass. They'd message me on Facebook and be like, we're gonna kill you. And I'd be like, why don't you like me? And they'd be like, die. And I'd be like, okay, fair enough. So I got tired of the bullshit. I was like, I'm gonna become the one thing they fear the most.
This shit, dude.
A real whore.
Really bad.
She belongs to the streets.
Busted.
Even this video,
I got this guy
they're
checking
nailing
me
it.
out in the gym. After yesterday's run, I decided to take a rest day and do some stretching.
nailing it,
I was
dude.
feeling actually really good today.
Wow, you really busted him. So much that you had to slow the video down to make it seem as if he looked at you longer than he did. There is a big difference between staring at someone, checking them out, and simply looking at someone as you walk past them. You're standing on a bench doing an awkward stretch you don't see every day in the gym, and he looks at you as he walks by. That's normal. Anyone would do that. Not to mention you have an entire film production set up, which means you're okay filming this to post online for the entire internet to see, but it bothers you that someone looks at you for a literal half second? Seriously? And the worst part, you're a coach and a personal trainer, and you don't know better than to treat people this way at the gym? You owe that man an apology, and if you don't, that gym should kick your ass out. You need to do better. Mind your own business.
Sitting out here struggling to get this in my car. Men are walking back and forth. No one is trying to help me.
But why should they? And why would they even want to? After all, women have been telling men over and over again to leave them alone. Women are independent. They don't need men. And now some are complaining when men are actually listening to them.
They don't make real men anymore. Like, I'm sorry, I'm not all men because there are good men out there.
That's a very good point. There are good men out there.
As a woman, like, you don't see men holding doors anymore. They don't help anymore. They rush and sit down on trains and buses before women and pregnant women and elderly are sitting down.
Have a right to be treated respectfully.
We are unfortunately running out of time, but Peter, I just want to get one final thought from you. Are there words that are used to describe men that offend you?
Not particularly, and if there were some I don't like, I certainly wouldn't want them banned, but it always goes back to that old adage, sticks and stones may break my bones, but there will always be something to offend a feminist.
Peter
Well, no, that's just obnoxious.
Peter
Sorry,
Lloyd,
you have to
wait,
give me a chance. That is ridiculous. No, hang on, I won't do your show again.
If someone puts me, like, drafts me in the military, I'm so sorry. I'm running the other way.
Do you think that men have a duty to defend you while you sleep? Do you think that men would be cowards if they did not go to the draft?
I don't necessarily think they'd be cowards.
Well, then who would protect you?
Couldn't tell you.
Do you think that men have a responsibility to show up for the draft? If they're drafted? To defend the nation and make sure that you're protected?
Yes.
Well, then how come you don't?
If men who aren't drafted in the military don't protect us, I don't know who's going to protect us.
Right. So if they have that responsibility and they're cowards if they don't go to the draft, right? Somebody has to go. You prefer that it's them over you, right?
Yes.
That doesn't sound very equal. You're talking about feminism being part of this equality and anti-patriarchy. It would appear that patriarchy is necessary because you want them to go and fight wars on your behalf so that you can sleep at night without having any troubles, right? And you don't want to go fight those wars.
What man is going to look at that and say, you know what, I do need to pay her bills? Ladies, this is what you should ask yourself before you ask your man that man, because he ain't yours yet, ask yourself, what am I bringing to him to ease or make his life better?
Shit, that was close.
That's what value is. If you can't answer that question, you don't deserve anything yet. What has that man said in the way that you bring him value? If it's only, let me take you to dinner, let me take you to eat, let me do, why does he want to keep serving you if there's no service back? It is the law of reciprocity. What can you do to support that man? And that is the problem with these modern day women. It is all I, me, take.
If anyone cares, I now identify as bacon.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care. Let me tell you, we don't care.
73% fat and salty as fuck.
This is put a finger down, places you've had sex edition. In a car, in a hotel, in a shower, someone else's house, a movie theater,
Jesus Christ,
a cemetery, school, work, a park, a river, pool, or beach,
I think this video,
woods.
I'd be so ready for y'all to
cracks me up, dude. It's so bad. This chick is nuts.
A.D. Vance and Robert Kennedy Jr. Let's go, America! Today's Democrat is nothing like the Kennedy Democrat, nothing like Robert F. Kennedy and J.F. Kennedy. They were fantastic Democrats. If they were in office, I would vote for them right now. John Kennedy, he's got my vote. Robert F. Kennedy, he has my vote. But they're dead. They were assassinated because they were too close to the answer. And who knows who killed them. But we're not going to go into conspiracy theories.
I'll get personal.
This chick is nuts, dude.
I'm a woman who's had an abortion. I'm not proud to say that, okay? It's a decision that 5 years later,
fucking hilarious, dude.
Really regretting. I thought that having reproductive freedom meant to have that decision, and I was fed a lie, and I wasn't prepared for the mental consequences of my choices. Life begins at conception. I'm also a scientist. Trump's policy of saying this should be a state choice is, in my opinion, so much more respectful and empowering of women than saying that abortion should just be allowed.
They want to kill and murder babies because they are an inconvenience, but they want to couch it in the word choice.
That's so
what choice does the baby have? 60 million aborted, murdered babies in this country since Roe v. Wade. Baby Jesus could have been murdered.
Shout out baby Jesus.
I don't know if you've seen right now, like the
That's so
DNC,
funny.
but they're celebrating abortion. They're having parties with abortion pills and they're dancing around. It's horrifying.
Yeah, Dr. Callie McNicholas. I am the Chief Medical Officer for Planned Parenthood Great Rivers, and I am here to bring free health care, vasectomies, and medication abortion to the area.
I want that woman in prison for the rest of her life, or executed.
I really do
people are
value who I sleep with, okay?
Can't tell, man.
My body is
they
I'm very protective of it, okay? It's so much more empowering to say no than it is to say yes. When a guy's like, oh, hey, you want it?
Hey, whose party is it?
And I'm like, I'm good. And my prayer is that we return to a society that is much more so about teaching people through the family unit values and how to choose the right partner and how to not sleep around and how to not get pregnant before you're ready and all these kinds of things. And so it goes back.
I pray, I'm going to be on my knees every day from between now and the election, that this team gets in. They're not about politics. They're not about big pharma. They're not about making money. They love America. And I hope the press eventually realizes that. But people have to keep their jobs. So I can imagine if you're working for CNN or MSNBC or PBS, they got to keep their jobs. They can't say anything nice about them. They can't, or they'll lose their jobs. But for gosh sakes, people, wake up.
Biden, I feel like he was like super like, oh, like you're black, let's like Black Lives Matter, and Black Lives Matter, but what if like white people matter too?
This is the team. You've got Donald J. Trump that'll fight China, that'll get us out of Ukraine, that'll secure the border, that'll bring jobs back to America, that'll make oil and gas and fracking and natural gas make us independent from other countries. Kamala's pretty much a nothing. She smiles, she says nice things, she says we're all about fun, and they want to vote for her. That's a sad state in America.
She doesn't even know what she's saying, and she has no policy.
Why did he pick her? because of the color of her skin. DEI, diversity, equity, inclusion.
I'm sorry, I don't want a bunch of women in government. I don't, because we get too emotional. We need the patriarchy. Yeah, we need the patriarchy.
Say no to the hoe. Yep. Yeah, say no to the hoe. She doesn't want to bring the hostages home. She wants...
No, I don't want to listen to that anymore. So we're listening to background noise. Okay. Paladins, dude. They're crazy, these paladins. They're crazy. They're out of their fucking mind. So I believe, I'm not certain about this, but Hi means thank you. You're gonna be home on Monday, okay? I gotta be gone all day. Listen to this shit at work. Sorry. I have to. replacing all my PvP gear's almost all been replaced. So my boots, my helmet, and this trinket. It's not bad. Let's queue for another dungeon. Just keep queuing for dungeons. And everyone's, man. I'll just play with the game sound. What are you doing? Here you go. Delve. I actually like the music in this game, but it's hard to stream, dude. It's hard. I feel like I'm just playing to nobody. Maybe that's normal. Hold on, I gotta mute myself because I'm eating and it's loud.
Grab one of those enchanted candles to stay safe from these shadows.
What do you think about delves?
The candle
man? Do you
gets
like
weaker
delves?
when you move.
Played this
Watch
game?
your steps.
Lay down. No. Stop begging. No. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. What are you doing?
partake of the spoils.
Where's the other fucking chest here? It's nice being able to kill things. Oh man, well, whoever you are, random person, thanks for, I don't even know if you're watching, but thank you. Delves. Like, the game's fun right now, but once you get to the part where you have to rely on people to get gear, you can't just do this. It sucks. Maybe I'm not doing builds. I need to do a better job of builds. I really just want to get this hunter to 80. So yeah, I know I'm eating and it's loud. I apologize.
Move them here.
No more after this. No more, sweet boy. That's it. That's it. Lay down. someday I'll stream my day. Sucks, guys, getting older. Sucks. What happens? I have to hurry. These fucking bills.
Don't stand here!
Just leveling my hunter up, guys.
Here's your take of the spoils!
Hey, welcome. Welcome. If you're there.
Smell that? It's treasure. I know it. We're close. Fantastic! nothing old Gran can't get you.
That was cool. Delves. Let me repair. So. I'm gonna try to.
Communication in... Oh, sorry. Hello?
They're like robots. What is this climbing gear acquired?
Fallside Outpost needs someone to scale the falls to find unique reagents. How are you at climbing?
I was gonna figure it out.
Thank you for collecting those rare reagents.
That's cool.
They will be used to...
I got a helmet. I look a little different now. What's this?
What path brought you here?
What path? Warg. nice. Be nice to the old guy.
Tell me, what drives you? Follow no directives but your own.
What am I doing? Dungeons, man.
I need to get closer. Hunters. Dude, hunters. I need a target.
Our forged paths intertwine. journey far and safe.
Already done these quests. Last one we did.
Speak freely. No directive needed. Let's commit our meeting to memory.
You're driving away my paying customers.
Or are you looking for something a little harder? Show 'em what we got on tap, belt dryer.
Why am I targeting? What are you gonna do?
It's to be a bar fight then. Good. Goes down smooth. Break it off. Time for happy hour. It's too far away. Another one! Keep them coming! Where's my drink? Break it off! Break it off! Guess that was last call.
Are you here to help? My zeal to get back in business led to faulty reasoning.
Your pal here signed some papers he didn't read. And now Goldie Barenbottom is CEO of this joint.
Help me. Please get my meadery back, Outlander. bypass the filters! It's running too hot! The meat will be substandard!
Yeah, but there'll be more of it. More meat, more money. That's good business.
Ugh. Cinderbrew was my personal directive, my passion! She's ruining everything! I don't have a target. Elemental? Made of mead? Oh, my Cinderbrew! There will be one thing, but I cannot process this.
Took months of R&D. You goody-goodies don't know who you're dealing with. You do any more damage, and I'll cash you out. You hear me?
free gathering pollen in the forest.
We have to lock up your bees. Letting them be free range was too much labor. And their anger and frustration just makes their honey spicier. Right, Bank? Bank!
Time to bust out my bees! The best for my bees! Hot honey, coming at ya! Clap those wings, darling! Burns so sweet!
We should use them to make a beeline to Goldie's office. Come back to the taps to use them.
Hey! You're really trying to be a bee in my bonnet, ain't ya? You may have disrupted my business, but I'm still boss, and this is still my meadery! You take out my bomb man, my prototype, and my beekeeper, and now you're riding my bees like some nature-loving weirdo? I guess I'm gonna have to show ya and your rock-headed friend who's boss!
Ha! communication and... so she's gone! Oh, thank the Hive! It was a grave error listening to Goldie. But because of you, I can hire back my workers and get back in business. Thanks again.
Well, I appreciate you guys watching me tonight. I'm just gonna level up real quick and stop playing. I'm almost 78, so appreciate you guys for watching. Thank you.